Is Donald Trump's sudden U-turn on Iran now placing Israel in an even more dangerous and vulnerable position? With warnings of tens or even hundreds of missiles a day, can Israel realistically withstand a prolonged Iranian barrage? Mojtaba Khamenei now appears to be keeping his finger on the trigger as tensions continue escalating across the region. Did Trump's last-minute decision to pause military action ultimately embolden Tehran and strengthen Iran's negotiating position? After Gulf states reportedly urged Washington to hold back, is Iran now preparing what could become its biggest retaliation yet? As tensions between the United States and Iran edge dangerously closer to open conflict, Mojtaba Khamenei reportedly still has major surprises prepared. Iran is reportedly keeping a vast missile arsenal on standby for potential strikes against Israel if hostilities erupt once again. An Iranian security expert told the New York Times that Tehran could launch tens or even hundreds of missiles every single day. According to Ahmadreza Azizi, the missile barrages could target either Israel directly or key American allies across the Gulf region. The expert also warned that Gulf oil fields, refineries, and major ports may come under attack if the conflict resumes. Azizi claimed Tehran's broader objective would be to trigger global economic shockwaves and intensify pressure on Donald Trump. In addition, Iran may reportedly attempt to expand the conflict by targeting the strategically critical Bab al-Mandeb Strait. The Bab al-Mandeb waterway connects the Red Sea with the Gulf of Aden and handles nearly one-tenth of global trade flows. Ahmadreza Azizi further claimed that Tehran could try forcing the United States into fighting simultaneously across two maritime fronts. Iran is also reportedly preparing itself for what officials describe as short but high-intensity strikes on its energy infrastructure. Reports claim Tehran used only a limited portion of its missile arsenal during the first phase of fighting with Israel and the U.S. According to the report, Iran deliberately rationed its missile usage because it anticipated another round of conflict could eventually erupt. The latest revelation surfaced shortly after Donald Trump stated that he was temporarily holding back from striking Iran again. On May 19, Trump reiterated that several Gulf allies had personally urged him to avoid launching any new military attacks for now.
You mentioned that this is going to be a gift for America, the future president and the country. What's your hope for America?
We have to have a safe country. We have to have a great country. We have to make sure that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. All of the things that you see me fighting for so hard. And it's always tough. You know, we're negotiating with Iran, and then you have the Democrats, I call them the Democrats, putting in a bill that Trump should immediately stop. You know how it is to negotiate with a country where you're beating them badly? They come to the table, they're begging to make a deal, because they're begging to make a deal. I hope we don't have to do the war, but we may have to give them another big hit. We may have to give them another big hit. I'm not sure yet. You'll know very soon. But how do you feel when you're negotiating? You're winning every point, and they say, but in Washington, they want to stop you from negotiating. They want to stop you. And it's only political. It's the Democrats. They're dumb. It's a new name. It's a very accurate name. So I'm in the middle of a negotiation. I'm saying you cannot have a nuclear weapon. And it comes over the wire that the Democrats want to stop Trump from further negotiations. They want to stop Trump from, if he has to, giving them another slap. They want to have a nuclear weapon to blow up the Middle East and to blow up, frankly, the world. It's not going to happen. Nice to see you, buddy.
How close were you to striking Iran?
I was an hour away. We were all set to go. You're talking about yesterday.
Yes.
We were going to be striking it would have been happening right now. Yeah, it was all done. The boats, the ships are all loaded. They're loaded to the brim. And we were all set to start.
What did both nations tell you that convinced you?
They said that they feel they've had for the first time in almost 47 years. You know, Iran's been the bully of the Middle East for 47 years. I mean, literally the bully of the Middle East. They wanted a nuclear weapon. Had I not terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, had I not terminated it, see, that's the win. That can't happen with the real structure.
Fresh details are emerging about Donald Trump's sudden U-turn on renewed military strikes against Iran. Reports say Trump postponed new attacks after receiving urgent warnings from Pentagon officials. According to Tasnim, US defense officials warned that Iran had significantly strengthened its air defense systems. Senior American officials reportedly told Trump that Tehran had sharply improved its ability to detect fighter jets. Officials also warned Iran upgraded its missile interception systems and reinforced key air defense networks. The warnings reportedly raised serious concerns over risks facing American fighter jets and bombers during future operations. A US military official told the New York Times that Iran closely studied American aircraft flight patterns during the war. US intelligence assessments reportedly pointed to possible Russian assistance in Iran's military planning and coordination. Officials warned that American aerial operations had become increasingly predictable during the conflict with Iran. Concerns deepened after an F-15E was reportedly downed and an F-35 came under Iranian ground fire. Pentagon officials warned that Iran had emerged as a far more resilient and hardened adversary despite weeks of bombing. Meanwhile, Press TV released footage on May 18 claiming to showcase Iran's air defense systems in action. US officials said many of Iran's ballistic missile systems remain hidden inside deep underground mountain facilities. American strikes reportedly collapsed entrances to several missile sites, but failed to destroy the launch systems themselves. Officials believe Iran has already reopened and restored several missile facilities previously targeted during the conflict. Iran also reportedly repositioned mobile missile launchers and adjusted military tactics during the temporary ceasefire period. US officials warned Tehran still retained the ability to threaten regional energy infrastructure and American military assets. Washington also feared Iran could once again disrupt global shipping through the strategic Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump said he paused planned strikes after Gulf leaders requested more time for diplomacy with Tehran. Trump said Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates urged Washington to avoid immediate military escalation. He nevertheless warned that US forces remain prepared for a large-scale attack if negotiations with Iran collapse.
Can you speak a little bit about your post on Truth Social on Iran? And what was the decision that why you didn't attack?
Well, other countries have come to me and they've said we were getting ready to do a very major attack tomorrow. I've put it off for a little while, hopefully maybe forever, but possibly for a little while, because we've had very big discussions with Iran, and we'll see what they amount to. I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal. And if we can do that, where there's no nuclear weapon going into the hands of Iran, I think, and if they're satisfied, we will be probably satisfied also. We've informed Israel. We've informed other people in the Middle East that have been involved with us. And, it's a very positive development, but we'll see whether or not it amounts to anything. We've had periods of time where we thought pretty much getting close to making a deal, and didn't work out, but this is a little bit different. Now, we're ready going tomorrow, very big, and not something I wanted to do, but we have no choice because we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon.